You wake up in a white hospital room. You're in pain. It really fucking hurts. And you call the nurse over and she says you've already got all the painkillers in your system. Right, okay. You end up being carted off at 3 a.m. to a hospital and giving birth, literally giving birth, labour pains and all, to a blood clot the size of a grizzly bear's fist. And it's the worst pain you experience ever. Doctor comes in. Right, well, it seems that your uterus and womb lining does not stretch. Best case scenario, if you carried this to term, you would have a severely disabled child in the worst 9 months of your life. If the worst case scenario, it would just rip your muscle open, you would die of internal bleeding and the slow shutdown of your organs. Well, I guess I made the right choice then. Dark humor, no. But you're sat in bed recovering, that's the thing, and you know you get the little tip-tap of your phone, the pings, the pangs, whatever. The only people with this dialogue right now that you see in the media are the people who are right-wing Christians who are telling you that you're a murderer, a baby killer, sinner. So you realize that it's never going to be an appropriate time to talk about it. It's never going to be the right day and never the right time. And this poem is called Not Appropriate, Not Today. There are some things that just aren't spoken about, even as I stand here speaking. At least, that's what my mother said. Her face contorting with undeniable dread as I let her know I finally want to tell my father of that rather fateful time one September. Now, you see, it depends on whether it's appropriate or not, Lora. Well, what's appropriate? I can tell you removing a life from your body is not. You're marked. The black spot is upon you, the red stain still feeling raw within you, the yellow anxiety torn inside you, because you are marked. And nobody wants to hear about it. It's not relevant for them today, or in fact any day, or in any single which way. Because let me point out, you are a marked woman. Targeted by not just the government, not just society, but your own body for simply being its own ruddy self. And now your womb is that empty, deranged tomb, and every time you pause to think of the doom, to think of that tiny white hospital room, you think of the looming expectation zoomed towards you because you are marked. And I guess it's just not appropriate, they say to me, to say these things. Because guess what, love? Forgetting is what time brings. Remove that thought from your mind like you expelled that nameless lump from between those lines you call thighs. I guess sometimes forgetting isn't an option then. Letting the fretting feast on my soul, a toll setting in because I am marked. Story time. There was once a boy that was my king, no rings, and he still made my heart sing, and that is some fucking cheesy bullshit, I know, but you all know that special thing. And in those bloody months, I watched as he sat sitting, helpless, doing nothing. It's not like he could do much about that, though. I've got the eggs, I guess, and the pain, and the stress. But never mind that, honey. Go and caress those so-called bullshit sorrows in another woman's thighs and gift that sickly present to me covered in pretty little lies. So I guess I'm marked. I see the wrinkles and crinkles in people's eyes as they wince and hear that September story. So gory and, so womanly. Support comes and goes as people question, should we, shouldn't we? Give something as simple as understanding. But no, there's another response to this hysterical womanly shit. Keep it in the name of Jesus. Get rid of it, please. We can't deal with it. Says the man with a plan. And then we get to the fucking point. Now, I hate to grumble and grunt because I happen to be one of those humans with a cunt, but to be blunt, 50% of the world's population don't even have this as a consideration. The sympathy isn't rare, the empathy isn't there, the care is bloody scarce, and wait. What's worse is the lack of support from some of the women he saw, when they understand the relentless discontent of being female, and what kind of stress this event has meant of containing something that's fetal. So I guess I'm marked to some. It's not appropriate to talk about not wanting to or not being able to be a mum. And I can sit here all day and relay, but I know you don't want to hear about that today. Thank you.